Hello everyone, welcome to my second stream. My name is Ryan. Today I'll be talking about how an Angular app works behind the scene, the Angular Flow by Akshat Bachwat. It was published in 2019. How an Angular app works behind the scene, the Angular Flow. Angular is one of the most popular and widely used single page application development platform backed by none other than Google. Among the many available front end frameworks and libraries, I believe that Angular is much more systematic when it comes to project structure, separation of business logic from the view, etc. And this makes it very convenient to work when the project size is very large. But by this great framework and great project structure, there's a complex flow behind going behind the scene to understand the working in a better way and making the debugging of it easier. It is necessary to understand the flow of Angular app when it is in the development mode. By flow, I mean how the files are called and in which sequence of files the app gets executed. When we're developing it, this question really bothers me a lot, but no source provided a clear and complete answer to what I was looking for, and this is becoming a driving factor for me to write a simple place where I found. So without delay, let's start. Angular.json file. Angular.json file is the file which has various properties and configuration of your Angular project. This is the file which is first referred by the builder to look for all the paths and configuration and check which is the main file. I've generated an Angular Hello app by CLI inside the Angular JSON file of this project. Under the build section, you can see options below as follows. Options: you have output path, disk out hello world, index where you have source index.html, main src main.ts, this line, polyfills, source polyfills.ts, tsconfig, source tsconfig.app.json. Then you have assets, 5 icons and assets. Styles, you have node modules, bootstrap, this css, bootstrap.min.css, and styles.css. Scripts and ES5 browser support as true. It has a reference to the main.ts file which tells builder to start the app from there. Where is main.ts? In the third line. main.ts. This file acts as the start entry point of the application. This entry point is defined in the internal of Webpack that it uses by Angular to support the modular functionality. The path name of the main file can be changed, but it should also change in angular.json file. Main.ts helps in creating browser environment for the application to run. Import platform browser dynamics from Angular platform browser dynamic. After this main.ts file calls the function bootstrap module app module, which tells the builder to bootstrap the app. Platform browser dynamic dot bootstrap module app module app.module.ts. From the main.ts file, it is very clear that we are bootstrapping the app with app module. This app module is defined in app.module.ts file, which is found in project directory source app.module.ts. This is the module created with the ng module director, which has declarations of all the compute components we are creating with the app module, so that Angular is aware of them. Here we also have important arrays where we can import other modules and use in our app. Below is an example of app module.ts file with the test component declared with 2 modules imported. Then you have app.component.ts. From app.module.ts file above, we can clearly see that the module asks to bootstrap the app component. This app component is in app.component.ts file. The web page and source with the name component is made by using component director, which is imported from Angular's core. The component has a selector which is like a custom HTML tag which we can use to call the components. If it then has a template or template URL which contains the HTML of the page to be displayed. It also has a style URL array where component specific styles are placed. This is how a component file looks. You have import component from Angular core, component selector, app root, template URL. You have app.component.html. Then you have export class app component. See, as I told, things are very systematic and properly structured in Angular. This is why I love Angular. By this time, compilers have all the details about the component of the app, and now they are ready to use. Index.html. Now, since Angular is well aware of the modules, components, styles, and scripts which are required to display the page, it's showtime. Here, the index.html file is called. It found in the source folder of the page. Compiler dynamically adds all the JavaScript files at the end of this file. Since all the components are now known, the HTML file calls the root component, that is the app root. The root component is defined in app.component.ts, which targets app component.html. When this Angular app is served and opened in the browser, the script injection is done by compiler, and this is how file looks like in the browser. Your script tag, polyfills, no module, etc., and then main.js. In the body tag, you can see that the HTML-like element app is present. Well, this is the component selector for app component, which is defined in app.component.ts file and is asked Angular to load the component. App.component.html. This is the file which contains all the HTML elements and the bindings which are to be displayed when the app loads. Content of this file are first things to be displayed. We are now in the end game. It pressure that now you have got the idea of how the app flow works in Angular. This article is based on research done from various sources, and this might be possible that I have missed some points. It will be great if you add these comments in the description below. Thank you for tuning in. That's it.